Download the free Gun Dealio app to your smartphone. Find out about the latest deals and news on guns and gear. Includes the latest Gun Talk podcast and Gun Talk videos. That's Gun Dealio on the App Store and Google Play.
The number one national voice in defense of your Second Amendment rights. Gun Talk, available on iTunes and on the free Gun Dealio smartphone app for Android and iPhone. To be on the air with Tom, call us now, 866-825-5486 or 1-TOM-TALK-GUN. Now, here's Tom.
All right, back with you. Tom Gresham. It is Gun Talk. 866-TALK-GUN is our number. By the way, if you have the Gun Dealio app on your phone, and you should, of course, if you want to save money buying guns and ammo and magazines and everything else, be sure to update it. If it's working for you, if you're getting alerts right now, it's working. If you have it on there that has not given you an alert for a while, we did a full-blown update. I mean, it's like a brand-new app. And all you have to do is do the update, and you'll get all the new stuff and start getting the alerts and save you money. Oh, yeah, of course. If you have Gun Dealio, the only way to really take full advantage of it is to allow notifications. That way you get the info when somebody has one of these promotions. And sometimes it's like a 24-hour promotion. You know, buy this and get 3 free magazines, or who wants to miss out on something like that? So by all means, put Gun Dealio on your phone, Android or iPhone, and allow notifications. And if you have it on there, make sure that you're getting the alerts. And if not, do the update, because it is really worthwhile. You will save a ton of money. Our number here is 866-TALK-GUN, or just dial Tom Talk Gun. We're looking for your thoughts about a gun you like, maybe even a story about a gun you hate or one you got rid of, or maybe the one you let go and you wish you hadn't. I had a 5-inch barrel Smith & Wesson Model 27, original factory 5-inch barrel, 357 Magnum. I wish I had not let that one go. That's one of the ones. There are not that many, but that's one of the ones I really wish I had not let go. Now, I do have the 7-shot 357 now with a 3-inch barrel. I really like that. But there was just something cool about the 5-inch barrel. Shouldn't let that one go. 866-TALK-GUN for your stories about those. Paul's with us. He's joined us on line 1 out of Fairfield, Texas, looking for information on a Mosin Nagant. What you got, Paul?
Yes, sir. I've got it's a model 1936 Mosin Nagant, and I wanted to set it up for long range shooting. I was just looking for any kind of advice and anything like that. You could tell me about it.
Where have you gone so far for information? Because, I mean, I will tell you, a lot of times the questions I get asked, if you take them, just type them into a Google search, or even better, I'm not crazy about Google. I use a search engine called DuckDuckGo, D-U-C-K, DuckDuckGo. But if you put it in there, a lot of times it'll get you what you're looking for. There'll be websites just about the Mosin Nagant. I've never owned one, and I've never even shot one. So I am not the guy. But what we can do, we can put the word out, because there's some people listening, I'm sure, who know about making sure they're accurate. So what specifically are you looking for? Scope mounts, what?
I figured any kind of advice I could get on scope mounts to use on it, or
oh man, we got a bad cell phone there, guys. It's dropping out. Tell you what we'll do. I'm gonna put the word out for you, Paul. You keep listening. Turn on the radio. If somebody can help you out with information about how to get the most out of your Mosin Nagant for long range shooting, scope mounts, ammo, the rest of it, give me a call. 866-TALK-GUN. We can help Paul out. All right, appreciate that. All right, let's go talk to Bill. He's in Anchorage, Alaska, on line 3. Bill, you taking young shooters out to the range? How do you do it?
Well, they're my friends, mostly. And some old shooters, what I've been doing is when I make them 30-06 bullets, I download them. Tell them these are practice bullets, and I make them like about 10% less powder in them, so it's not as much of a kick. They don't flinch as much, and they can shoot more.
So you're basically just giving them reduced recoil loads. You're taking a 30-06 and getting it closer to maybe a 30-30.
Perhaps, I can't say about that. I don't know that much about 30-30s, but yeah.
Is it working for you? I mean, when you do that, do you notice that people enjoy shooting more?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's like you were saying it a little while ago. People hate to be beat up on it, It's supposed to be fun.
Yeah, and I mean, I've shot a lot of heavy-kicking guns, and I don't think it's fun because you give me 50 to 75 rounds of a 375 H&H, and I'm done for the day. I just, that's no fun. So that's one of the reasons I really like my 7mm08, and even more, I like my 257 Roberts. They don't kick, but they do everything they're supposed to do. So so what rifle are you having them shoot a 30-06 in?
What type of rifle? What brand?
I mean, are you providing the rifle for people to shoot,
no,
what are you doing?
They got their own rifles. I'm just providing them bullets.
Okay, so you're just loading ammo for them then.
Right. Because they're my friends. I like to take them to the range. We all have some good fun.
Sure.
Last time I took a lady out there, we shot for 3 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me the story. How did that come about? Was this her first time out, or how did this work?
No, she's a good friend, and about once a year, just before moose season, we go to the range, and she tunes herself up to go out hunting with her brother. So
I love it.
I figure, if we're down at the range, I should bring several guns, and we can have some fun.
Well, see, that's the way I am. If I'm going to the range, I'm going to fill up the car because,
exactly.
I mean, if you're going, you're going. You might as well make a morning of it or even a day of it if you can. And the only thing that I will say is to be careful about, and I learned this the hard way, and I got lucky, I didn't get hurt, is keeping only one gun at a time on the bench when you're shooting. Because I had two, and I'll tell you the story real quickly. I had two absolutely identical rifles, same model, same stock, same everything, same scope. One was a 270, and one was a 7 mag. And yes, you can fire a 270 in a 7 mag. It's not good. The case will split open lengthwise, and you will get a face full of powder. Thank goodness for shooting glasses. But it was my really important lesson that only one gun and one type of ammo at a time goes on the bench. Yeah.
I understand that, and it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it's one of those, and I knew better. That's the whole thing. I knew better, and I thought, well, I'm in a hurry. I want to shoot this. I want to shoot that. I got to get this sighted in, and you get out of your regular rhythm. I had a flight instructor one time tell me something that I think it applies to all of us in most of the things we do. It's really simple. He said, when you are in a hurry, you are in danger.
Exactly.
Yeah, makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's very cool. I like it. Yes, sir.
The only other reason for my call is I was in Cabela's the other day buying some plastic ammo boxes. Mm-hmm. And when I went up to the counter, the guy said, well, are you military or a veteran and whatever? And I said, well, I'm a veteran, but, this is only a couple bucks. There's no sense doing the discount. But he decided to do it anyway. And after messing around, he goes, oh, well, this is from the ammo department. We know, according to from Bass Pro Shop, we no longer give a discount on ammo.
But they used to.
They used to give a 5% discount on anything for a veteran.
And then so you're saying after Cabela's was purchased by Bass Pro Shop, that discount for veterans on ammo ended?
Well, yeah, at least just recently. I'm not sure when and how or what their thought process was, but I don't know. It kind of seems like they don't want veterans to have bullets.
Well, I don't know. I tell you what I'll do. I will reach out to see if I can find out what's going on. Sometimes it's corporate. Sometimes it's a local store. Before I go condemn somebody, I want to find out what's going on and give them a chance to explain what's going on. But I had not heard about this, but I really appreciate the heads up on it, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir. I appreciate the call. You too. All right. 866-TALK-GUN gets you in here. That is the magic number. If you'd like to join us, we're wide open for your stories, comments, questions. Also, if you have suggestions, and I am real serious about this, suggestions on how we can all get more involved in the political process and be effective, not just trying to beat people down and make them admit that we're right and they're wrong. That doesn't happen. But how can we win? How can we win in the court of public opinion? And how can we win in the state legislatures? Because that's where the fight is. The fight is in the states right now. 866-TALK-GUN.
Now at LibertySafe.com, you can buy a Liberty Safe at a great price and receive 12 months interest-free payments with 0 down and 0% APR, with some safes as low as $20 a month on approved credit. Peace of mind, lifetime warranty, and in-home delivery service. Go to LibertySafe.com now for 12 months interest-free payments with 0 down and 0% APR. LibertySafe.com.
If you carry a gun, you need training. Your concealed carry class was definitely not training. But time, money, and obligations keep you from spending days at a shooting school. The trusted folks at Gun Talk can help. Concealed Carry 1, our DVD featuring the VADA Group, covers what gun, what holster, how to carry, where to wear your gun, and much more. Visit shopguntalk.com. That's shopguntalk.com. Look, this really is life and death. Learn how to stay aware, how to get away, and how to fight if you must. At shopguntalk.com, you can get the 2 DVD set, including Fighting with the 1911 with Tiger McKee. No matter what gun you carry, this vital training info can save your life. Learn the draw, the stance, reloading, vital gear from Gun Talk. That's shopguntalk.com. shopguntalk.com.
For more than 70 years, Timney Triggers has been enhancing the shooter's experience. Whether it's a local competition, a day at the range, or even the hunt of a lifetime. Setting the standard in aftermarket triggers, Timney is now producing more than 170 models of triggers for bolt-action rifles, shotguns, AR rifles, and semi-automatic rifles. Proudly made in the USA since 1946. Find your new trigger at TimneyTriggers.com.
Built to perform in the harshest conditions, the Ruger American pistol can take it all, from ice to dust and everything in between. The Ruger American pistol features a short take-up trigger, no-vac sights, and a recoil-reducing barrel cam with low-mass slide for reduced felt recoil. Plus, a modular grip system with 3 sizes to fit almost any hand. Check it out at Ruger.com. The Ruger American pistol, because anything else would be un-American.
Well, it's that time of year when I'm always traveling. I was in South Carolina this weekend. Actually, this morning I woke up in South Carolina, jumped in the plane, flew it over here. I'm in Orange Beach, Alabama right now, looking out at the Dolphins. Tomorrow we'll be in northern Mississippi, shooting guns and gear segments. And speaking of all of that, it is time. You've seen First Person Defender, our online series where we do force-on-force training. We put people, regular people, into real-world situations. Could be carjacking, a robbery, an assault in a parking lot, whatever, and then see what they do. And then we give them some training, and we kind of run through a similar situation. Okay, this is your casting call. We are looking for people to be involved in First Person Defender Season 6. Can't believe it's been 6 years. So what we need to do is send us an email to info@guntalk.com if you want to be a good guy on First Person Defender. But here's the deal. This year, it's all couples. It can be husband, wife, mom, daughter, boyfriend, girlfriend, cousins, whatever it happens to be. So basically, we are looking for couples to be on First Person Defender, And the website is, the email address is info@guntalk.com. Send us information, and we'll send you basically an application. We're looking for couples and pairs for April 24th and also April 25th in Southeast Louisiana, if you can join us there. So I think you'd have a ball doing that. Let's see here. I want to go to line 1. Pete's with us out of Wasilla, Alaska. Hey, Pete, you got some news for us here.
Hey, yeah, thanks. Thanks for taking my call. I have had a thing going on now for quite a few years where every time I go to buy a new handgun, they have me fill out the form that, says that I'm not a felon and I'm not a mental patient and all that, the new firearm purchase form. And then they submit that at the store, specifically Sportsman's Warehouse. Mm-hmm. And then they turn around and they say, "Oh, we're sorry, you're delayed."
Okay. What happens then? Oh, he's gone. They cut off his phone. That's what happens then. Well, Pete, if you could give us a call back, do so. I tell you what, it does give me a chance, though. We're going to get in right now. Evan Hafer's with us from Black Rifle Coffee Company. You've seen him on Fox and Friends, a lot of other places, blackriflecoffee.com. Hey, Evan, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
You bet. Well, I give people the short version, the history of Black Rifle Coffee Company.
Wow, the short version. We started roasting coffee about 10-plus years ago in between deployments to Iraq and Afghanistan. And about 2014, I launched Black Rifle Coffee from the range in Colorado. So I was roasting some coffee on the back of the tailgate of my truck out on the range, and one of my buddies was telling me, "Man, you should really just start your own coffee company." And next thing you know, Black Rifle Coffee was born.
Well, now, what's your background?
Was that short enough?
Yeah. What's your background?
I was in the Army for several years. I was an infantry guy, and then I was a SF guy or a special forces guy. Then I went to work for the CIA for about 9 years as a contractor. Mm-hmm. So I've got most of my time has been spent overseas. My adult life, at least in Iraq and Afghanistan. So it's got about, I don't know, I think last time I checked, just about 5 years on the ground in Iraq.
Wow.
I had a couple more in Afghanistan.
So what model rifle do you have on your coffee?
I've got several, actually. I actually modeled my roasts after rifles and pistols that I carried. So Just Black was my what I felt was the perfect drip coffee, and that has an AR, actually has my AR on there. Mm-hmm. And it's a little SBR. So a little SBR Noveski, and it was an LWRC back in the day, but now I'm carrying a Noveski. And the AK-47 Espresso, I wanted something that was a little bit different. Espresso is something I don't drink every day. I do drink just black or drip coffee every day. So I went with something I felt would be a workhorse of espressos that, fired every time, that consistent.
The AK.
Yeah, the AK. So I modeled the espresso after that. Beyond Black, I actually started with a different rifle on there. I think initially we had a Shy-Tac rifle on there initially, and then I shifted over to right now I believe we've got the what do I have on there now? I think it's just the standard Stoner platform or 308 platform. Okay. And then,
let me ask you. You've been talking up, and you're getting a lot of promotion for the coffee and Black Rifle Coffee. Are you getting any pushback to the idea of, basically featuring guns on your coffee?
Oh yeah, I get pushback on that all the time. Whether it's media or people randomly telling us that, we're the scourge of the earth for putting rifles on our coffee bags, or whether it's grocery stores not wanting to carry the product, you name it. We get plenty of pushback on whether or not we have rifles on our coffee. But at the end of the day, it's Black Rifle Coffee Company, so it's
that's what it is.
Yeah. We're not getting rid of rifles on our bags anytime soon.
Okay, and the website's blackriflecoffee.com. Can folks, and obviously you got coffee, but you also have T-shirts, you got a lot of other stuff there. They can get it all on the website there.
Yeah. We do all our own coffee, so we roast all our own coffee in-house right in Salt Lake City. We print all our T-shirts and apparel right there in Salt Lake City, too. So we do pretty much everything in-house. Right now we've got just about 100 people that work for the company. And we've got a office there in Salt Lake. We've got an office in Nashville. We've got an office in San Antonio. So just little offices, but we've also got some retail stores. We've got a place in Savannah, Georgia, Salt Lake City, Las Vegas, Nevada, and then we've got another one opening in Provo, Utah, and then we've got 4 opening up here in San Antonio, Texas.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be darned. Well, you're a growing concern, as they say. I love the whole idea on, I got to tell people they can't see it through the radio, but they really need to go on the website and take a look at your T-shirts and some of the other things you have there. You got some really cool products. It's blackriflecoffee.com. I wish you tons of luck with it. It sounds like it's going very well for you.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity to speak about it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Evan. Appreciate that. All right, blackriflecoffee.com. Check that out. It's coffee. It's espresso. You may, whether or not you like coffee, I got to tell you, I think you're going to like the shirt, the mugs, all the rest of the stuff they have there. By the way, don't forget, shopguntalk.com. Take a look at our newest T-shirts. A lot of fun with those. It's not exactly in your face. Your gun friends will get it. Your non-gun friends will have no idea what you're wearing, and you'll be able to have a little chuckle at the whole thing. ShopGunTalk.com. All right, 866-TALK-GUN. Give me a holler. You want to be on the show? You got something to say? You want to say, I don't like guns? Call me.
Sign up for our Gun Talk newsletter and join the Truth Squad at www.guntalk.com. Now, back to Gun Talk with Washington Times opinion page regular contributor Tom Gresham.
All right, we're back, and it is open lines right now. 866-TALK-GUN, or just dial Tom, Talk Gun. We'll talk about it if it's basically about guns, or ammo, or scopes, or accessories, or shooting, or hunting, or how to keep guns safely in your home, how to carry a gun, where to carry a gun, holsters, purses. You have a question? We'll probably have some kind of answer for you. 866-TALK-GUN. Roger's with us out of Portland, Oregon on too. Hey, Roger, school shootings, talk to me.
Yeah, Tom, one of the things that really bugs me about this is that we always seem to be on the defensive as far as the arguments around gun control. Mm-hmm. And there's a couple of points that I've been, I won't say successful with, but have been able to get some liberals to at least take pause on. And that is, ask them, how successful was the war on drugs? Were we ever able to keep the drugs out of the hands of the criminals? The answer is clearly no.
Right.
And so we can expect this. So what makes them expect that we'd be able to do any better with guns? And if we're building the whole argument around they're going to be able to reduce reduce guns in the hands of criminals, it's a totally false argument, and it's been proven out throughout the United States.
Okay.
And the second thing is that I think the students have, I think it's clear to point out the students have actually wasted their opportunity to proclaim that they're not part of the problem by letting the leftist activists suck them into a strategy that can't work. They're actually taking steps that rather than actually taking steps that can help. So the next school shooting, and this is going to be, this would be quite provocative, but will be partially owned by those students and the leaders of that movement, as well as, of course, Oprah, Clooney, and Bloomberg.
How so? I'm not following on that one.
Well, basically, by allowing the argument to go most strongly to gun control, it's not being spent on things that can actually work.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, it's basically diverting our attention from things that can actually be effective to things that we know won't actually reduce the problem or stop people from going in and shooting children or whomever. I'm with you on that one. That makes sense. Now, let me throw this out. Because you said something that was interesting. You said, they're doing things that won't work. It all depends on what you mean by work. You and I think when we say, well, that's not going to work, we're thinking that's not going to reduce crime or that's not going to stop mass killings. For the gun ban movement, when they hear the word work, they mean, will it give them more gun control laws? Then, if so, then it works. That's all that matters. They don't care about the gun crime. They don't care about violence. They don't care about any of that. It's just, can we get more gun control? Can we take away more gun rights? Can we take away more guns? And people say, well, you're overblowing it. Wait. In Deerfield, Illinois, they just passed a law that says you have to turn in your guns. They're confiscated. You have to turn them in, and if you don't, it's $1,000 a day fine. And we already have the list. We know who has them, so you're going to have to do it. So it is gun confiscation. Let me point out something too, Roger. I don't know if you know this, but there's going to be a number of rallies, gun rights rallies in Oregon. One of them I'm just looking at here is going to be on April 21st in Redmond from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Redmond City Hall parking lot. In Redmond, and they're expecting thousands of people to show up. So if you're a gun owner or a Second Amendment supporter in Oregon, I would encourage you to get involved in this or one of the others out there, for not just for you, Roger, but for all the other Oregon residents that are listening to this.
Yeah. Tom, can I slip in one more provocative thought?
Why not?
In the 1950s, we had long arms stacked in the back of the classrooms. In the 60s, 70s, and 80s, it was common to have rifles and gun racks, particularly in the high schools. Mm-hmm. Well, what's different today is that the left has taken over academia and our primary schools in order to show how progressive teachers and administrators are. They created the gun-free zones, which is what turned our schools into glaring targets for the killers wanting to go out in a blaze of glory. Once again, it's turning it back on the virtual signaling leftists who now dominate our education system. That is the situation that's created these school shootings.
The only question is, and yes, you're right, and being right doesn't help us at all. The only question is, will we show up? Because that's the only thing that matters. It's not a case of are we right or is our argument right or are they wrong? Of course they are. The only question is, will we show up? Because I will tell you, and I am not overstating this, I feel with great certainty that we are on the verge of losing losing in ways that we have never imagined on gun rights. And I think that it will happen in the next 24 months. And it will happen if we don't show up. Every single one of us going to the state legislature, going to these rallies, making it a point, spending the money, taking a day off of work, doing what it takes. Within 24 months, we're going to turn around and go, what just happened? Well, they were better than we were. They organized. Yeah, they have money, but they organized. They got their people out. They had them sitting there in their red shirts. I was there in the Louisiana legislature. They're sitting there in their red Moms Demand Action shirts, and when they testify, they're crying. I don't know if they have the same woman cries every time, but they're crying at every hearing. They're just there, and we're not. So something big is going to happen here. If we don't get involved, there you go. Appreciate the call. 866-TALK-GUN. What is your level of commitment? What would it take to get you off the dime? Yeah, it's rhetorical, but it's also a real question. And I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. Let me ask it this way. How do we get our people motivated? How do we get them to show up? That's what I want to know. 866-TALK-GUN.
In the war on terror, fighting crime in the streets, in competition and homes around the world, one name in firearms stands out: Sig Sauer. Our pistols and rifles are renowned for their unfailing performance. This same commitment to excellence can be found in our line of SigTac accessories and the training offered by the Sig Sauer Academy. For unmatched quality, reliability, and innovation when it counts, choose Sig Sauer. Visit sigsauer.com today.
Laser sights increase confidence, regardless of experience level. Whether you're learning the fundamentals, a seasoned shooter, or simply overcoming aging eyes, laser sights provide instant feedback, providing immediate confidence and enjoyment for a new shooter. Call 800-442-2406 or visit crimsontrace.com for a free copy of our laser training video, The Laser's Edge, and learn more about why Crimson Trace is making laser sights standard equipment.
For 36 years, the U.S. Sportsmen's Alliance has been fighting to protect hunting, fishing, and trapping for sportsmen from coast to coast. Today, we are under constant attack from extremist animal rights groups who want to end your ability to hunt in the U.S. Join us to protect our sporting heritage and our way of life outdoors. To join or for more information on how you can help, go to ussportsman.org. That's ussportsman.org.
Think all ammo's the same? Think again. Aguila Ammunition uses the highest quality materials and is one of the world's largest rimfire manufacturers. Want Silent 22 ammo, powderless Super Calibri, and Sniper Subsonic merely whisper. For light recoil and big performance, mini shells make any shotgun a pleasure to shoot. Match grade and the Hyperfast Super Maximum and Interceptor 22 loads get the maximum for your rifle or pistol. Visit aguilaammo.com/rimfire. Feed your firearm.
And we are back. Tom Gresham here. Let's see. Let's go to line 3. Kim's with us out of Grants Pass, Oregon. Hey, Kim.
Hey, how you doing, Tom?
Good.
Just want to find out how much you know about President Lincoln and his target shooting days at the White House.
I don't know. Tell me.
Well, President Lincoln was the kind of guy that was interested in inventions, and so he had a lot of military-type rifles presented to him at the White House, and so he'd go behind the White House with his secretary and a couple assistants, and he'd try them out himself. As a matter of fact, he shot a target with a Spencer rifle with Spencer the inventor. Yeah. And the target board that he shot has 7 shots in it. It's in the Lincoln Museum, as well as the Spencer target rifle that he shot it with. And his secretary said that he was quite a shot. And he enjoyed doing it for relaxation. How about that?
I had never heard that story. I don't know how I missed that.
Actually, there's an article I think I read in the New York Times from a few years ago called Target Practice with Mr. Lincoln. And it was written by Jed Morrison. If you Google it, Target Practice with Mr. Lincoln, you can pull it up.
Okay.
And it's an excellent article, and I was kind of shocked that it was in the New York Times.
That's really something. By the way, Kim, I don't know if you heard, I was talking a little bit earlier about there's going to be a gun rights rally in Redmond on April the 21st from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So I don't know how far that is for you, but if there's any way possible, try to get over there to it.
Well, you know something, the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. How much plainer could that have been written?
Well, evidently it's not plain to a lot of people because they're doing it left and right. And I got to tell you, one of our best losing arguments is to stand up and say, but it's my right, because nobody cares. First of all, they don't think it's your right. They don't agree with you that it's a right. They don't think it's a real right. And for us to stand there and say that absolutely gets us nothing. We don't win at all by doing that. We got to come up with better arguments, and I've been trying to work on that. But mostly what we got to do is we got to go, this is weird, going to sound weird. We really do win by just standing, by just showing up and being there. And when the TV cameras pan, if they see 35 people, that's one thing. If they see 3,500 people, they go, holy cow, the gun people showed up. And they're men and they're women and they're kids. And, you know, there's gay people and straight people and black people and white people and, you know, and on and go, wow, that looks like America. Well, hello, it is America. But we got to show up. Hey, look, I appreciate the call, sir. I thank you, Kim. That's the essence of it. We have to show up. And we have to take our friends. We have to grab some buddies. And we have to grab, you know, our shooting buddies. And women, you got to take your friends with you. You got to get, whether it's a well-armed woman chapter or just a bunch of women that go. Otherwise, and we had a caller a week or two ago who said this. And she said, look, I don't want the legislators, and I don't want the public, I don't want the media to think that the Moms Demand Action anti-gun group represents moms. It's a great point. Because right now, in the minds of a lot of people, all women are against gun ownership. All women are in favor of gun restrictions because they're the ones who show up. And they have these shirts that say moms on them. And so what's happened is a lot of women now are showing up and saying, I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother, I'm a teacher, and I want to be able to protect myself because I know the police aren't going to be there. They're good, but they're not going to be there when I get attacked. Even stronger is when they say they weren't there when I was attacked. If you want to make an impression, and make no mistake, it's a media game. It is a media game. If you don't understand how that's played, then get somebody in your group who does. Get somebody who is from broadcasting or from news or from public relations or from some who knows how this works, because that's how it's being played. That's it. That's the ball field we're on right now. And unfortunately, a lot of times we're not winning. Step one is to be there. You know, what they say, 90% of success is showing up, and I think that's probably it. In this case, we simply have to show up. Let's see, real quickly, we're going to get to Derek on line 1 out of Madison, North Carolina. Derek, I got about a minute. Dive in, please.
Yes, I was curious about how we're going to organize when a lot of the social media sites seem to be against us, especially like YouTube, where they're actively having policies that would ban a lot of gun content and channels.
Well, there's what they say and there's what they do. You know, on Facebook, you can still have Facebook groups that are firearms related. You have Facebook groups that are gun rights related. We can still do all of that. It is an effective way to get together. We need to find the groups around us and connect all of our groups so we're all going to the same places and doing the same thing. Because if we have, 20 different gun-related groups or competition groups and we're all doing our own thing, we don't have any impact. But if we all show up at the same place at the same time, whoa, where'd all these people come from? And, of course, we're thinking, hey, we've been here all along. You just haven't paid any attention to us. Why should they? And to your point, we'll use social media. We'll use Facebook. We'll use Twitter. We'll use whatever we can use. Form a group. Form another group. Get involved. Link to other groups. It's all about connecting and linking and sharing and being a part of. It's something that, unfortunately, if you're really conservative or libertarian, you tend to say, I don't want to join those groups. Well, you know what? You either join or you're going to get run over by those who do join. It really is that simple. I've seen it in action. I see it happening right now. If we don't get together and work together and get serious about this, in 12 or 24 months, we're going to say, what happened? I don't want that. Rounded third and head toward home. By the way, if you'd like to be part of the after show, give me a call right now, and we could get you into that. If you are enjoying the after show, by all means, share it with folks. That's, of course, our podcast, the part of the show that doesn't broadcast over the radios because, oh, my God, who would ever run that? Give you a holler, 866-TALK-GUN. Paul's with us out of Wasilla, Alaska on 2. Hey, Paul, you got an interesting idea here.
Well, at all these, every time a liberal talks about gun rights, they say the Founding Fathers could never have imagined an M16 or an AR-15 or any of this stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
These guys own cannons and warships.
You're right. You're right.
I mean, we need to point that out. We need to bring, these people could reduce a city to rubble if they wanted to.
Let me ask you, though. I mean, let's get serious. We have fun with things like that, and it's fun to laugh about it. But do you think that's going to persuade anybody when we say that?
Well, I don't think they've ever considered that. I think these guys absolutely considered the fact that firearms were going to progress.
Well, here's the thing. Most of the people who want to restrict guns don't care about the Founding Fathers. They don't care about the Second Amendment. They don't care about any argument you can make about that. What they might care about, I'm just going to throw this out as a possibility. What they might care about is that people use guns to save lives, a thing they don't know about. They don't care about the Founding Fathers. They literally don't think the Second Amendment is real. Literally do not think it's a real right. So anything you say about the Second Amendment, they don't care. I mean, just don't care. And so there's nothing you can say that will have an impact there. But if they could understand that guns are used to save lives, I guess the question for you all is, do you think that has a better chance?
I really don't think they care about our lives. I think they care about control. But when they voice the argument that the Founding Fathers couldn't have visualized this, and we say, well, okay, according to your terms, they had more power than we do. It's all theatrics, basically.
Yeah, I understand. And therein lies our challenge. How do we tackle it? How do we handle it? How do we marshal it? How do we organize? Because we all got to be singing from the same hymnal. And look, I appreciate the call, sir. Thank you. Trust me, when I'm sitting there in the state legislature and I'm watching the Moms Demand people and they're wearing their red shirts and they all have their talking points they've been handed, and one of them literally is sitting there on her iPad and she is processing grant applications to give money to local gun ban groups while she's sitting there. Think about that. Bloomberg's got $50 million he's promised, but he could drop that much in probably weekly and not worry about it. We're being outspent and we're being outorganized, and they're making a lot of progress. A lot of really bad bills are getting through state legislatures right now because they are there and we are not. So I guess that's the whole deal. That's the message. I don't know how to say it any stronger than that. If we don't show up, we will get these really bad bills passed. It's happening right now, this week, next week, the week after. Get involved with your state group. Find out who your NRA rep is for your state. Get on the mailing list. Get informed. Because you can't even show up if you don't know when the meeting is. Simple as that. In the meantime, keep talking it up. Keep working on those ideas. Send me your ideas of arguments that we can use. We got to win this one. And we can. We have the numbers. We still have to show up.